live for blue or gold members because you make programs like this possible, and we really appreciate it. To introduce Bill, we have Daryl Johnson here tonight. He is involved in the campaign cabinet, and he's also an honorary board member on the UCLA Veterans Network. And as is General John Daly. And General Daly, who is at the Smithsonian in Washington, couldn't be here, but he wrote a letter. And Daryl is going to read the letter, and he's going to introduce our speaker. And so I'd like to bring Daryl up. Daryl, please.
So I have a letter I'd like to read from General Daly. And it says, "Good evening from Washington and the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. I was delighted to hear that fellow alumnus William Beigel is presenting his research into the lives and last deeds of fallen warriors in World War II. I join you in honoring them through the recounting of their stories and who they were as students as well as people. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our speaker tonight, fellow Bruin, William Beigel."
Certainly, our most famous Bruin from World War II was Captain Francis Way. You may know that he was recently inducted into the UCLA Hall of Fame. He joined the Army September 27, 1941, 2.5 months prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor. He rose quickly through the ranks, and by October 1944, he was a captain with the 34th Infantry Regiment. On October 22, 1944, his unit landed at a place called San Pedro Beach on the island of Leyte in the Philippines. What happened next is taken from his Medal of Honor citation. Finding the first 4 waves of American soldiers leaderless, disorganized, and pinned down on the open beach, he immediately assumed command, issuing clear and concise orders and disregarding heavy enemy machine gun and rifle fire. He began to move inland through the rice paddies without any cover. The men, inspired by his cool demeanor and heroic example, rose from their positions and followed him. During the advance, Captain Way repeatedly determined the locations of enemy strong points by deliberately exposing himself to draw their fire. In leading an assault upon the last remaining Japanese pillbox, he was killed by his occupants. As we ponder their sacrifice, let us ask ourselves, as their fellow Bruins and fellow Americans, what can we do to honor their lives as well as their deaths? How can we live our lives to repay the debt we owe these men and women? We can remember them, their deeds, their faces, and their names. We can remember their unified purpose and make that our intent as well. Democrat, Republican, Independent alike, let us all stand and give these men and women our deepest, most heartfelt thanks.